Hello to the spirits. I have another cemetery that I like to seek spirits from. In today's session, it'll be Fairview Cemetery in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Why? Why did you pick this one, you ask? Well, there's an interesting story, and it is in this book that I had. So if you can read where it says Boyertown, there was an unfortunate situation that happened that unfortunately many had died, from men to women to children, in this unfortunate tragedy. And then here it's a picture, if you can even get it there, and then the rest of the story, which I'll let you pause and read. So if any of those unfortunate spirits that lost their lives in this unfortunate tragedy want to come forth with their name, I have the Find a Grave page, and maybe I can find your page, your memorial page. So I'm going to hit Spirit Talker, which allows you to say things including your name. You can, of course, communicate to me through tools such as the EMF meter, the cat balls. Those are the clear balls that you see displayed. When you tap on them or try to pick them up, they light up. They are confirmation tools, as well as, hey, I'm here. So again, as I showed the viewers, the unfortunate tragedy that struck on January 13th, 1908 in this town in Pennsylvania.
Hey.
Hey, I'm sorry it's a little low. Let's fix that. Hey, so I don't know if you're one of the unfortunate souls that unfortunately lost their lives due to that tragedy. But again, if you were one, can you put your name and then maybe I can see if you're here? There is 170 that supposedly lost their lives, from men to women to children. And by the way, if there are any children spirits from this tragedy, I do have a tiny chair with a cat ball and a Oogie Boogie Boogie ghost stuffy that you can play with. And hopefully these candles don't affect you. They are flameless, meaning they do not start fire, and you should be good and safe with those on. You can utilize those to gain power. Same with the two lights that are in my room. So again, if there are any that want to come forth, I do have, again, the cemetery, that abundance.
Abundance.
Well, I'm assuming maybe you're saying there's abundance of people that lost their lives? Maybe? So you can even give me clues as to what happened on that day in that town. There is, what do you call it? A big grave marker that lists most of the people that unfortunately lost their lives due to that tragedy. And I did find a few as I was looking for the cemetery. So maybe they saw that. Maybe they could put their name down. Come here.
Come here.
Come here. Okay, I'm a little closer. So I again used my Haunted Places book and just went flipping through the pages, and this again was a couple seconds in, and I said, oh my god, yet again, this is an interesting, well, there's a lot of stories that are in this that are probably very interesting, but this one caught my eye, considering its unfortunate demise of what happened. Taylor. Is there a Taylor that passed away? Hold on. Hold on, Taylor. I wanted to see if this person there's no Taylor for the first name, but there are some Taylors for the last name. But let me see, it was 1908 when this happened, but I don't have anybody who has passed away in 1908. But maybe it's somebody that happened to survive the incident. Did you survive and your family didn't make it? The only thing I can think of is maybe this, but both of you are not in that time frame. But maybe they're here, they reside here. Do you reside at that cemetery, Fairview? Stay out of the forest.
Stay out the forest.
Okay, are you trying to tell that to the spirits? I don't know if there was any forest near there.
Spectre.
Spectre? I'm getting random things that I haven't had in a ever. It's like Spectre? Why would they say wait, hold up. Okay, I'm spelling Spectre with the wrong way. Joy? Is that something you guys did? So a specter is apparently a ghost. A dread of specters and witches affected every aspect of daily life. So, is that what it was saying? A ghost? And a ghost that feels joy? I was going to say, due to the situation of where it was located. But maybe I'm wrong. All right. Joy. Is Joy a name? Let's find out. There is a Joy in this cemetery that does reside here, but let's see if anybody passed away in that unfortunate year. And I'm not seeing anybody that passed away, and nobody farther from that either. Maybe it's a current
You are resilient.
Current resident, maybe? Like, not current, but you know what I mean? Like some relative that Ossie survived and then had a child and another child, and maybe that's one of the children who grew up and has now passed away. But again, not many of these pages mention anything about going far back other than a few parents, maybe a spouse. So, but hi Joy, if you are a name. Otherwise, if it's an emotion, I'm glad you're feeling some joy. So again, that word in the middle below joy is again a ghost. That's what it means, apparently. I don't know why I was thinking some type of little tiny eyeglassware that you wear, like the little one you hold with your hand when you're at a specific HOUSE to watch something. That's what I thought it was. But maybe it is what they were trying to say, but it was misspelled. And so they're trying to say that they joy the stuff that happens in that place. Kid? Yes.
Kid.
So a kid, there were children that were unfortunately had unfortunately lost their lives there. 170 total, and some of them were children. So are you a kid that maybe had some joy in this specific place? I'm trying to not mention anything just to see if you guys can help me make, confirmation that we are speaking to spirits from this place. Oh, monocle. It's a monocle glasses. I don't know why I thought it was something with an S. Obviously binoculars too. Yeah. Also binoculars. Okay. All right. So again, there must be a kid here, and maybe they can let me know who they are. Otherwise, maybe somebody in their family that did unfortunately pass away with them. Because usually when children go, they go with their families, and I'm assuming maybe the families didn't make it. So if you are, again, the unfortunate souls that lost their lives in this particular date, January 13th, 1908, at the Boyertown, Pennsylvania place, Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy does sound like a kid. Sorry, I hit my device. Jimmy does sound like a kid's name. There is no Jimmy, but maybe Jim? Demon? Oh.
Demon.
Demon? Is that what the kid sees? Or maybe that's what he felt like what happened? Or what caused the issue? I understand you.
I understand you.
I'm glad you understand me, considering you are a child, Jimmy. I appreciate that you understand me. I don't see a Jim or a Jimmy. Maybe a middle name? Or maybe you weren't buried here? Or maybe you were James and called Jimmy? Oh, shoot, I do have a James. And he passed away on that date. So we have James Anderson passed away on that date, age 52, due to the incident. Here's a little tiny snippet of the things that That is so sad. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's how it, oh wow. Okay, that's how the, okay. Ouch. Ooh, ah. Ooh. Aw, he had 4 children. And what do you know? His spouse, Mary, didn't make it. Same day, or same year. So probably the same day. I think she was there with him. The children were lucky enough they didn't pass away. So basically it seems like him and his wife passed away on that day. Yep, there's his wife, 42. Didn't make it on that day either.
Go left.
Go left. Okay. Sorry, I'll go left. Excuse me. So there's probably more than one James that probably did pass away on that day, but the first one that popped up. Nope, the only one that popped up. So I think it was you, James Anderson, that maybe was coming through. Maybe you were called Jimmy when you were a kid. And it felt like that brought you joy by going to that place. But the unfortunate situation happened on that unfortunate day, January 13th, 1908. I mean, I could kind of make it easier for next time, is just put the year passing, and then maybe it might help. Oh wow, I do have more. Hold on. I have these ones. I have a James Boyer, who was a kid, probably. And then another one, James Reed. So I have 3 James. Maybe they're all coming through. And here's the headstone, by the way. And this is not all the names. I think there's more on the back. So again, there's the names. And here's, I don't know if I could show it, but I'll just do a quick. So pause, read.
We're hiding here.
We're hiding here. So he was 15 years old. This one, the James Boyer. So he was a kid. Maybe this was him that came through that said Jimmy and kid. Was this you? Your parents are, funny enough, James and then Annie. And your siblings, oh no, one of your siblings didn't make it. Edna didn't make it. She was one of the unfortunate ones that were at the place when it did its thing, or what happened. And then Daniel lived to be much older. So here's Edna. She was 24 when that happened. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I showed you this, but here's the 15-year-olds. See what I'm doing there? I'm showing you, well, sorry, showing the viewers, aka the people that will see this in the future, who you are, what happened to you, your story. And this is where I also connect the dots of who unfortunately also passed away on that sad day. You were cherished. Thank you.
You are cherished.
So again, it was the unfortunate. There is 169 that were found here with that date. And the thing is, it said 170. So we're just missing one out of the entire batch that may have lost their lives. Was this something you guys did often? Did you guys visit that place before the tragedy happened? Did you guys go to that place often to, watch things? Because back in those days, we didn't have what we have now. That was our way of getting out and watching entertainment. So that could be why you said joy. It gave you joy until that unfortunate. The noise was me?
The noise was me.
Of course. If you did make a noise, I unfortunately did not hear it. But if you want to make your presence and let me know you're here, all you have to do is tap a capo like this, or like that. Tap at the bottom edge for this one, I guess, and it'll light up.
I knocked.
I knocked. Oh, shoot. Apparently they knocked, and that was me, to give them a little tutorial, that one right there. So apparently they knocked. Well, can you knock on the cat ball? So even though if I don't hear you, I'll know you're there. But thank you for letting me know what you did. I'm so sorry I didn't hear that knock. Again, this is what they said. So this was completely out of the blue idea where I was hoping and still hoping to continue to get spirits that unfortunately lost their lives. There were 170 men, women, and children that did. And I'm just hoping that they're all at peace. And if they don't feel at peace, I can say a prayer towards the end of this session. And I'm sure that would be much grateful for them, especially after the incident that, took them. And I just can't imagine what happened inside. The fear, the panic, the drama. And unfortunately, the drama isn't on the stage. It's in, real life. And then, I don't know, compassion. And I don't know how and what happened to cause them to not be able to escape. But my guess that the exits were either blocked or very hot due to the thing that caused this issue. And I'm so sorry. I just hope that it was, I don't know if it was quick, but I hope it was. So that is one of the reasons why that's a thing I do fear when I do go to a future, they call it a movie theater. I do have that fear of getting stuck in one run. Aww.
Run.
Is that what you guys did? You ran? You were running from it? And there was probably a lot of people panicking? Is that what you did? You ran? I don't know how fast this unfortunate thing happened, like how fast it spread. But it looks like some may have been able to escape, but 170 did not make it. Or maybe a total, like maybe some did survive to go out, but some didn't make it after their injuries. But the majority probably were in the place, the building. So I could list off the names of every single person at the end of this as a little tribute. I mean, I don't know if I can say all the names, like last names too, but maybe at least first names. it'll be alphabetized by last name, so you can just picture, or I could just scroll with my camera, and then you guys can see. And then the viewers can, of course, click on the link in the description to read the stories about them. So if I don't get all these names, which I know I won't, I will definitely let let them be known. Because you were someone, and you shouldn't be forgotten. I didn't even know about this incident. I mean, it happened in 1908. A pact?
A pact.
Pact. Well, I mean, I guess it could have been a situation where it felt packed with everybody in that place. So, funny enough, when I type in passed away in 1908, the first person was James Anderson. And then it ended up being his wife, Maria. No, wait. No, there was another Anderson. Allison?
Allison.
Sorry, there's another. So his wife's this one. And there's another one here that has the same last name. Allison? Let me see if there's an Allison. There is an Alice with CE that passed away. There's two of them. There's this one, Alice Huffman, and Alice Moyer. There's no Allison, but maybe you meant to say Alice. If you did, there's two of you. So let's see their ages. Huffman was 35. And then the Moyer one was 34. They were both in their 30s. Bang?
Bang.
Well, I mean that hold on. Give me a second. Was it in that? I'm wondering if that's what they heard when that happened. This right here? I'm wondering why it said bang, and I think that's why. So again, during a panic caused by blank blank, I'm not going to mention it, but you can see it here in case it's being spewed at later. Yeah, so I wonder, is that what you heard? Was a big bang? To the spirits that unfortunately lost their lives in this, did you hear a big bang? Before the incident got worse?
Worthless.
Did you feel like it was worthless to try to run? Because it was so rapidly spread. That thing that I can't say. Trying to wait for you to say it on the Spirit Talker. That way I'll know I'm really speaking to them. So it could be, again, bang could be what they could have heard prior to the incident happening, and then obviously when it got worse, everyone panicked and ran, but not all were able to get out. And then maybe some felt worthless because they couldn't get out or couldn't help. Or did they just felt worthless to just even try to survive? It was just too much for them. And then I'm wondering when it said the noise was me, I knocked. I'm wondering if they were in the harmony.
Harmony.
I'm wondering if they were in that building and were trying to knock to get people's attention to open the doors so they can escape. and they still continue to knock. Oh, well, that's not it.
Rope torture.
Well, I know that's not related to this. So maybe it was something else being, like, sometimes spirits can accidentally say something, like as they were trying to find a phrase word, and maybe that was the wrong thing they were trying to say. That or it was a random thing from Spirit Talker. So again, 169 I have listed here that I could kind of mention a few names. I don't know if I want to try to do it this way. Make it by, well, see, it says by name, but I don't know if it's going to be by last name or first name. Because I was going to say, maybe I can make it easier where I only say the first name first. Nope, it's by the last name.
Understanding.
Understanding? Okay. So we're 30 minutes in, and I don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm going to go ahead and just start scrolling it for the viewers. I won't say the names. Instead, I'll let them take a gander at your names, okay? So if you still want to say it, you can. All right? So
I love to sing.
Oh, is this somebody who was actually at the place? Did you actually work at the place? And that's what you did? Maybe you sang in that place? Let me see if I can put sing and see if there's somebody. No. I was trying to see if somebody mentioned that you were a singer. Sang? Sing music? I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately I try to see if I can do a little quick, what do you call it? Easy peasy to look for you if you were a singer for that place. All right, again, to the viewers, I'm just going to let you read these names, and I'm going to slowly start to scroll up. Again, you can pause and read. There's 9 pages, so I'm not going to read them. It goes faster this way. But these are all the ones that, if you see the date, January 13th, 1908, that's who have lost their lives on that year. And you'll see a lot with the same last names, which means they could be family. Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Eliminate. And here's that Edna. See, here's James. Now here's another Boyer. Oh, no, he passed away before that. So again, the dates are a little off. But again, just focus on January. I can't, unfortunately, search on the exact dates, but just keep an eye on the January 13. Those are the ones that perished that day. But there's so many. So if you happen to see any names, let me know. So we're in the E's. Living.
Living.
There's so many that perished on that day. Oops, sorry, I went a little too fast. So this one may have made it out, but didn't make it after the injuries. Same with this one, more likely. You can tell by the photos too. So some of them didn't make it after. Tripod?
Tripod.
Yeah, that would be nice to have, huh? But yeah, so many lost their lives. Oh, well, yeah. Don't push it.
Don't push it.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to push the link. But hey, there's Alice Huffman. There's so many. There's a Johnson. There's so many. I'm in the L's, by the way. You see us?
You see us.
So right now, I'm showing everybody all the people that have passed away in 1908, and a very vast of you had lost their lives on that day, January 13th. So I'm allowing my viewers to see a glimpse of all the names that have passed away in January 13th. You can always say your name too. Right now I'm in the M's for last names. So many. I'm in the N's now. You are able to see this, right?
Sacred.
Sacred. I'm in the R's. Oh, little Charles was only 8.
Key.
Key. So I'm only on S. T. W. My name is Rose?
My name is Rose.
All right. I'll look to see if you were up here. I'm almost done. I'm done. Okay, so Rose. Let me see if anybody had Rose as a name in here. No, there wasn't. There's a Rosa, though. There's 2 Rosas. And one of them did pass away. And then one passed away a couple days after. So here's a Rosa Klein and Rosa Tagert. Was any of these you? Maybe they don't have Rosa in the word bank, and that was the close they had. So Rosa is that
Harriet.
Harriet? Oh, no, there's Harriet. Harriet. There was a Harriet.
I'm with my parents.
So they're letting us know they're with their parents. So Harriet, unfortunately, passed away in the fire. She was 77. And her parents were Henry and Mary. Of course, they passed away beforehand. So, excuse me. Oh, my hand hurts from holding on to that device for that long. Oops, that was me. I accidentally put my cup on top of something and let's see. Oops. So again, if you want to put your name down, I did scroll through 169.
You are valued.
Thank you. I did scroll through 169 names, and the majority unfortunately lost their lives on that day, January 13th, 1908. Some did survive a few days after the incident, but the injuries were too much for the bodies. So they ended up passing away after. Some a few days, some weeks. So I think maybe Rosa and Harriet are some. Again, I just made the decision of making it where only 1908 passing year was the only things that showed up. So there could be a Rose in the cemetery. I was just trying to make it easier so I didn't scroll through a whole lot. But if I had to, just to see if there is a Rose, there would be Rosemary, Rosanna, Rose May, Rosie, nickname, Rosella, another Rosemary, another Rose, another Roseanne, Rosemary, Rose. So there's definitely some that have it, but let's see if anybody was in the 1900 something. I got 1909, Rosella Hartman, but she seemed like somebody who probably she was 12 years old. Power?
Power.
If you need power, all you have to do is go to the light sources in my room and gather the energy from there and continue to come here to communicate and maybe be able to tap the cat ball. So I have no clue how this person passed away. She was Gloria. So it wasn't related to the incident with the fire. Yeah, I said the word. I said it. You know why? Because I needed to eventually say it. Silent?
Silent.
Okay.
Albert.
Well, I don't have an Albert that passed away on that year. But there are 32 Alberts that reside in that cemetery. Oh, shit.
Silent.
Okay.
No, please leave. I'm from ancient times.
Okay, I know I was trying to be as silent as I could because it said silent. So it said power, and that's one of the reasons what happened was related to power. Well, back then they didn't have electricity like they did in the current times, and so it was ran by oil. And again, a tank exploded. There might have been that big bang that they heard, and then of course flames took the place up, and there were people in the building and they couldn't escape. At least the most of them could not escape. I don't know if silent was something where it was like a silent movie that was playing, or if it was silent after everything settled and nothing was heard except complete and utter silence. And I don't know who Albert is. He's not listed in this 169. Maybe somebody that owned the place or a staff member. And then it said silent again. And then I don't know if, can you see me?
Can you see me?
No, unfortunately I cannot see you, but there are ways for us to know you're here. And there's these clear balls. All you have to do is find a ball and tap it or move it. It lights up like that. So even if we can't physically see you eye to eye, that's one way to let me know you're here. It will not light up unless somebody taps it. So if it moves, you did it. A spirit did it. So I can say, aha, there you are, hey. So, yeah, and I don't know, it said, no, please leave. And I don't know if that was towards me or if it was towards somebody that was coming in the session that somebody did not want here. I don't know. Take photo.
Take photo.
Oh, okay. I can do a screenshot. Ready? Let me get the thing up. Ready? Can you say cheese? I'm going to count to 3. Say cheese, okay? 1, 2, 3, cheese. There you go. I took a screenshot, which is like a photo. And I don't know if you're in it. But it is true. There is possibilities that spirits could come through a photo. So you never know. So I'm going to have to slightly start pushing this towards an end. Okay, ending the session. So give you 5 more minutes or so. If anybody else wants to put their name down. I know I'm not going to be able to see if 169 of you can all come through, but maybe I can get a few more names, 2 more names at least. Again, if you want to activate any of my clear balls for a hey, I'm here. Yes, I was unfortunately in this tragic incident that happened on this January 13th, 1908 at the Boyertown, Pennsylvania.
I am death.
Okay. It would have been one thing if it said the DEAF, but no. So, like I said, if they want to come through and let me know that they're really here, tapping the cat ball is one definite way for me to know. And it's also a confirmation. I'm here. Hey, look, I'm here. I was there, unfortunately, and I lost my life that day. Or you can also go very, very strong on the EMF meter, which is the black device in the middle. If you want me to know you're here, as well as maybe say a prayer. And if there are any children, because I know there were some children that didn't make it that day, I do have a ghost stuffy with a little candle. Again, it's flameless. It will not harm you. His name is Oogie Boogie Boogie, and beside him is a cat ball for the children to play with.
Explain this equipment.
If you're referring to this device in the middle that I was mentioning before, it is called an EMF meter. It allows me to see energy spikes from spirits. So when you get close to it, it lights up. And yellow, it's letting me know you're here, as it well as a yes. If you go beyond the yellow color to orange or red, it's a definite, strong yes. I hope that helped. And I hope that was the equipment you were asking. And to gain the energy, there's 2 lamps in my room that have light. That's your source of energy if you need it. And I have to switch my hand a little bit here because, ow. Yeah, crack, crack, crack. Ah. Getting old. Neil.
Neil.
Neil. So this came with Neil. I don't know. I kind of skimmed through it. No, there was no Neil. I don't see a Neil in this specific. Oh, wait. Neil. Maybe it's Neal. Maybe it's misspelled on the app. And it's actually Neil. No, even Neil didn't come up. Maybe it's a last name? Oh, there is. But. So, Barbara, Suzanne, Barb, Neil. Is this you coming through? A last name instead? You passed away more recently, though, in 2019 versus 1908. Did you just want to say, hey, I'm here too? Because again, there's no Neil, Neil, as a first name, but there did appear to be a Neil.
You are amazing.
So does that mean I found you? Was this the Neil that was coming through and I found you? So here's the person's name. Oh, it has 2 L's. But still, pretty darn close to finding somebody with that last name. But didn't pass away in 1908. I'm going to try one more thing, and that's Neal, as in the last name, Neal, and no, I did not get anything. I'm trying everything just to make sure, because sometimes I can spell things wrong, and no. Excuse me. Oh, I have a feeling my timer's going to go off on my hand, and I'm going to have to get going. Well, I hope everyone who was able to come, even though you didn't get to say a whole lot, but if you did unfortunately lose your life on that tragic day.
Elijah.
Elijah. No Elijahs. Oh, sorry. Got a lot of Elizabeths, but no Elijahs. I'm sorry. So if you're just a spirit saying hi that's got that name, I don't seem to have a Elijah. So, yeah, and my timer did go off. And I have to hit it with my nose just to... All right, well, I don't know. I didn't get an Elijah. Did you just want to say hi, Elijah? You probably weren't from here in this Fairview.
See me.
See me? Oh. Well, I do see this going actively. That's all I see. So, Elijah, unfortunately, I don't see you in the list for the cemetery, Fairview Cemetery of Pennsylvania, and the Boyertown. So I don't know if you are just someone who's just happens to be here and wants to say hi. Maybe you're a kid. And I noticed that they really want me to see them, but again, I can't. The only way, and for me,
Positive.
The only way for me to see them is through the cat balls. That's it. So if you really want me to see you, Elijah, or Neal, or Albert, all you have to do is tap those clear balls and light up one of them. I give you 2 minutes, and then I gotta end it. The session, the recording. It's currently recording now. So I don't know if an Elijah is somebody who was just not listed in the cemetery, but I didn't get anybody. I tried. I just get a lot of Elizabeths. Please go right.
Please go right.
Okay, and then what? Search for your name? He says to search for his name. I did. I typed in Elijah, and I even... Wait. Sorry. See? Nothing. See? I mean, I'm trying not to, but it didn't come up. And he's not happy that his name didn't pop up. I don't know why your name didn't pop up. Did you pass away in that fire? But maybe you weren't buried here? Same with Albert and maybe Neil. Maybe they're just not. Again, this is just one of the places that they were buried. So it could be. I mean, I just did literally a quick glance through the book, saw the cemetery, and now I was just seeking anybody through the Spirit Talker. And again, the names that don't come through, maybe they are resting in another area nearby. Ruth.
Ruth.
Ruth. Why do I feel like I did see a Ruth, but I could be wrong? Not Roth. Ruth. Hold on, Ruth. I don't know if you were. There is Ruths there, but I don't know if anybody. Nope, nobody that passed away in 1908. But there are 48 Ruth that do rest there. So Ruth, I do have a bunch of you.
Finite.
Finite? Why did you say finite? Oh, having limits or bounds. All right. Again, thank you to all that came through. I will say a prayer to those that need it, especially considering the ordeal that you had to go through during that time. A very, very unfortunate tragedy that you had to experience, and I'm sorry that many have lost their lives that day. I just hope that most, and if not all, are at peace and with family, especially now. So, thank you. This is Detective Lazaria, signing out.